let me tell you about a story, my friend. A story of outlaws, redemption, and the bitter end of a dying world. It's 1899, and the West is changing. The law is closing in, and the Linde Gang is on the run. They've been through it all, robberies, betrayals, shootouts, but this time they've pushed their luck too far. After a failed heist in Blackwater, the gang flees to the mountains, cold and hungry, barely hanging on. At the head of it all is Dutch van der Linde, charismatic and confident, always promising that one last big score, but his plans are starting to fall apart. He's losing his grip, and his right-hand man Arthur Morgan begins to see it. Now Arthur? He's been loyal to Dutch for years, trusted him like a father. But as the gang moves from place to place, robbing and running, Arthur can't ignore the cracks starting to form. They settle in Horseshoe Overlook, hoping for some peace, but peace is the last thing they'll find. The gang robs stagecoaches and trains, but every job only tightens the noose. And with a new member, Micah Bell, stirring trouble, the tension is thicker than ever. Soon the gang crosses paths with old enemies, the O'Driscolls, leading to a bloody fight that leaves both sides scarred. Arthur feels the weight of every loss. They move to St. Denis, thinking one last heist could fix everything. But when it all goes wrong, they lose more than just money. Hosea Matthews, the voice of reason, is killed. Lenny Summers, the young hopeful member, falls too. These aren't just losses in a robbery gone wrong, they're the gang falling apart, piece by piece. And Dutch? He's still holding on to that dream, still believing they can get out of this alive, but Arthur starts seeing the truth. Dutch's plans are nothing but wishful thinking. The gang is spiraling, and the law is right behind them. Meanwhile, Arthur's health is failing. The coughing fits, the weakness, it's tuberculosis. The doctors can't do anything. He's dying, and there's nothing he can do about it. But what he can do is try to set things right before it's too late. His first priority? John Marston. Arthur sees John as a chance at redemption. He's got a family now, Abigail and their son Jack, and Arthur knows this is John's chance to escape. So he helps them leave the gang, make sure they get away, because John deserves a better life. Arthur's last days are spent trying to fix the mess Dutch has made. But Dutch? He's too far gone. The dream of freedom, the vision of the gang's old glory, it's a lie. Micah's been whispering in his ear, twisting him into something Arthur doesn't recognize. In the end, it all comes to a head in a final showdown. Arthur confronts Dutch, but it's too late. Micah's betrayal has shattered what little was left of the gang. Arthur's final stand is against Micah, someone who's betrayed everyone. They fight in the snow, Arthur weak and dying. But he goes out with dignity, fighting for what's left of his soul. He dies in the cold, but not before telling John to escape, to find peace, and to leave the violence behind. After Arthur's death, John, now free from the gang's hold, tries to start a new life. He's got his family, and he wants nothing to do with the past. But the past doesn't let him go. Micah is still alive, hiding in the mountains. John can't leave it unfinished. He hunts him down, and in the final confrontation, Micah's life ends. The last of the van der Linde gang is gone, and the world moves on. Dutch? He disappears, leaving behind only memories of a dream that could never be. The law has come. The West is no longer wild, and outlaws like Arthur Morgan are nothing but a memory. But that's the thing about memories, they last. Arthur wasn't a saint, far from it. He was a man who spent most of his life running, making mistakes, and doing things he could never take back. But at the end, he tried to make things right. He gave his life to make sure John could have a future, to give him a chance at something better. And that, my friend, is the story of Arthur Morgan. Not a tale of riches or glory, but a tale of redemption in the face of a world that was always going to crush you. A tale of a man who tried in his final days to be something better. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most anyone can